Ambassador Big Ted.
Yes.
Yes.
His Excellency.
His Excellency. Yeah, so in that process, Nyamu bought the franchise for Miss World, which was absent for like 10 years.
Right.
And when he started, he did not have an idea what exactly to do. So he got everyone in the industry.
Right. This is in 99, bro.
That's 99.
And Shilton, you guys formed in which year, Baba?
97.
97.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
Now, which campus were we in? We were all in one institution. I know the story, but you know.
Different. Kevin was in USAU.
Right. Yes.
USAU was USAU then.
Buzz.
Dicky was in UN, I was in Moi, and Big Ted was in Nairobi.
Yes.
And so when we came together now to form this brotherhood, we're not doing it for business then.
Indeed, yes.
And with time, we had mentors, and one of them was David Moredi.
Right.
And
Delight.
Yeah, Delight.
Okay.
And Mike of the Homeboys.
Yes.
So we sat down.
Wow.
And Mzee DJ DS Njoroge
Bus.
of
10,000
watts.
Yes.
I said, young guys, you have the energy and you can actually do it as a business. And Kev's dad was like, oh yeah, you guys, you need to start a business, you need an account and stuff like that. So that Kev's dad had this company, Shilton Incar.
Yes.
In the previous, it wasn't limited on Incar. So he gave us the name, and that's how we started
good one.
beauty business.
Okay.
Yeah, so in 1999, when we met Nyamu, he realized he was wasting a lot of time with the committee.
Right.
He found the guys who can actually drive this. And that's how we got into the serious beauty pageant.
Okay, so in those 2 years, bruv, 97 and 98, what were we doing?
We're doing the university and high school events.
Yes.
And one of our most successful one was Showdown at Splash. Those guys who lived in that generation probably understand what Splash was.
Yes.
We did an event called the Showdown.
Yes.
I think you did the second one, which was at Mamba.
Indeed, yes.
So that year that's where we discovered Waire.
Buzz.
And
you heard? We discovered.
Yes. Yeah, we discovered Waire. He won the best R&B. There was Kaz who won the best R&B stroke rap.
Right.
And then there's this lady who was a presenter at one of the radio stations. Diana, who won the dance category.
Yes.
And after that, because of that highlight, and that was now we're just going. The government was now trying to change. The Kanu government was trying to change from Jeshi la Mzee to a nice-looking young youth.
Yes, youthful look.
So they came in and sponsored the Showdown.
Right.
A gentleman called the youth director then was Musumba.
Yes.
And so at that point then we were lucky to get offices at KICC.
Right.
I mean, KICC at that time was owned by Kanu. So
yes.
I mean, the size of this office was my office.
Yes.
Kevin had one. Everyone had their own office.
We was balling.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I remember at that time, that's the first time we appeared on a tabloid.
Right.
There's those green, yellow, then there was a lot of tabloids.
Yes.
And it says the young guys who've just invaded Kanu, and I mean the foreigners, because I had dreadlocks, Keva had red hair. We looked Congolese.
Yes.
Because then I think the place to be was, what's that place that Sonko brought down?
Garden Square.
No, opposite 680.
Oh, yeah. Simas.
Yeah, because if you're not to Simas, they're nowhere. So that was our meeting place.
Yes.
So that connection of Congolese and us, and that's how the name grew. Yes, sir.
Now, you know, if we talk about, His Excellency. Yes. Okay, so let's call him Ted for now. There's Ted Kwach, the late Kevin, there's Leaky Odera, and then there's Dixon Kunjiri. Now, when you guys are 4 young cats, okay, clearly we've got intelligentsia because we're all in campus. But what blowback were you guys getting because we're trying to organize beauty pageants? Were we all smooth guys? Well, gift of the gab? Because, if anyone knows Leaky, he's a man of stealth. Still waters run deep. Lakini yuko wengine hapo yani hapa. Bonga point.
Big time,
my friend.
Yeah.
So was it hard then? because obviously we're in campus, then we're doing all of these things. Was there a lot of pushback from comrades?
Yeah, it wasn't much because we were doing what we loved then.
I love that.
And apart from now doing the national event, we're still doing campo. And people felt you can actually do it out of campus. And we were now doing what we did not go to do in school. We're changing this
the narrative.
You must be a doctor, lawyer to do what you have to do. So this was one of the things that was also encouraging the young people in campus. And we did it very well. Because when we got to the secretariat at Miss World Kenya, we found the guys who were already in the industry. The Kirwas, the Karis, Jimmy Gathu, was Mrs. Kamunge, Terry Mungai. All these people were much older than us. They had been in the industry for longer. And like I said, we just came and we were the center of the talk, and at some point we just got them off the organization and we took over. Okay,
so you guys basically you phased them out, they faded out, and you put them. Okay, thank you very much. Now you guys go. We're okay. You sub out. We are subbing in. Let's take this to the new level, to the next level. Now then, there's that period when we were doing, and like you said, beauty with a purpose. Dr. John Namu, and then you guys Shilton Entertainment, and that's when it actually Miss World Kenya went from ground zero, and the sky was the limit. How were we looking for the talent?
I think that's what is missing now. We are fast to make money. There's no love for talent anymore. So how fast can we make quick cash? Nyamu was ready to build an empire, and he did. So what he did was, let's cover Kenya as a whole. So what happened? We were divided into 4. I served western part of Kenya. Keva was doing Rift Valley. Big Ted was doing Coastal. And Dicky, because he was the creative guy, could just run around and stuff like that. So that meant that the entire country was covered. We did all the 7 provinces. There was a bit of a problem in the northern because of the religion. We tried to get into the religion a bit, so we tried to do something in Isiolo at some point. I remember just before the event started, the stones that were thrown us at
the venue.
So we pulled back on doing, but the entire country was covered. That means any young person who had talent who wanted to become a model would come in and be able to win the pageant. I see what they do nowadays is send your pictures, send your videos, and be auditioned through the video. I'm just looking at that young person in Turkana, or the young person in Eldoret, or the young person who live alone Eldoret, the young person in Nairobi who lives in Kibera or Mathare, who cannot afford a good photographer and stuff. They might be denied a good audition because they're not given equal opportunity. That young girl who either lives in or can afford probably had a sponsor. So I mean, like the generation where you can do clean yourself using filters and stuff like that. So we miss on the actual beauty. When you say beauty, the purpose the purpose was 60% of judging is your inner beauty.
Thank you.
So if you cannot get to talk to these people before you select them, then you're missing. So we would rather do a fashion show where, fashion industry where you don't need to speak a single language. You can go to New York today because you are blue-black and they feel that's beauty. You don't need to speak anything and you'll make millions. If you have to be a beauty queen, then you must be a leader, you must be intelligent, you are representing a society, and you have a common cause. That's why we call it beauty the purpose. So if you have no brains, you have nothing to give to the community, then you are the wrong place. And I think that's what we did that we're not doing right now.
So what happened then? Obviously, we Kevin Ombaju, the late, we went on to to then that what was his company called?
True Black.
And then also obviously Big Ted went to where he went now is in LA, ambassador. And then you are the one who basically went on with the baton because you are still in the industry. I know Gunjiri went to Stato, then he's come back. Yeah, still around, is he not?
Yeah, he's around.
What happened to Beauty with a Purpose, Miss World Kenya?
What actually happened was, like they say, once you grow, you need to live like Luo. So you're told you leave the boma and build your own boma.
Bus.
So as we were growing, Kev and Dixon decided they've grown.
Yes.
And in 2001, they moved and started True Black. That's Kev, Dicky, and a lady called Lena. Dicky. And they acquired the Miss Universe franchise. And that's in 2002, True Black did the Miss Universe.
Oh, yes, of course.
For the first time, Dicky had to leave the country to go to Stato. And left Keva and Lena to run True Black. Then Nella left Keva alone. Keva stopped doing pageantry. His interest went to more marketing, promotions and stuff like that.
Indeed.
Yeah, so that's how he left pageantry. Then a year later, Ted joined. I started doing more of artist management and more of music. And that's how he left Dimples Entertainment. And I was left alone. So I was there till 2003. In 2002, Nyamu lost franchise to Terry, who was now run the franchise for 20 years. So that's where now the gap where now the Miss World was not there. Nyamu stopped doing it, and I felt this is what I wanted to do. This is what I want to do all my life, not because of the pageantry. Is how you see transformation through these young people. Just giving them opportunity to be on that stage changes them. So you can somebody probably comes when they cannot speak a single word in public. But by the time they're getting into the finals, they are better speakers. Their world is changed.
I love that.
So in 2004-5, I started now doing the university, because then this is the epitome. This is the only pageant where you have to be in university to be part of it. And how do we grow? Because again, during that time, 20 years ago, university student in the village their word was low. So that's what we wanted to grow. When a med student is into pageantry, when they go back there and say pageantry can actually give you a way to exactly what you're doing. If in campus you're a doctor, you become more proper doctor than what people think. I remember when we were doing pageantry during a time, and people were like, these guys are looking for Mzungu, they're failed, and stuff like that. And we had a problem getting the girls in 1999 because we had to go to the club because parents could not allow their kids to go on stage. 20 years later, we're seeing young kids doing pageantry. And we were very lucky. Our first queen, Esther Mode, was a first honor student in economics.
So first class honors.
First class honors. She missed her graduation when she was in London for Miss World. So again, that perception started going down. And people started saying, I can take my daughter and stuff. And that's what we actually wanted to instill in Kenyans, that pageantry is bigger than what we think. And what we don't know is the Miss World and Miss Universe are one of the biggest events in the world. Just compared to the World Cup and the Olympics. They do 2 billion, 3 billion people watching them live. That's only in the opening and the closing of the Olympics. These ones come every year. That means they're 5-4 times the football matches. We've not learned that as a society, as corporate and stuff like that. South Africa has learned it, and that's why the main sponsor for the Miss South Africa for almost 6 years is a Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes runs fashion everywhere. You go to Milan, you go to Tokyo, you go to New York. Mercedes there. I don't understand.
So, because Leaky, I mean, like you said it. In terms of the talent, and obviously this is we're now encompassing like 3 different generations. The talent obviously is gone, and you said it's 60% is about what you have inside. All right, the other 40% is obviously the outer shell. But that said, now we are in a scenario where back in the day, there was a bit of negativity about the people that would come up on the stage or would enter, but there was a lot of corporate support. Now the script has flipped because, we've got a lot of people who actually epitomize what it is that we're looking for. But we see there's not a lot of corporate support. Why is that, brother?
You remember the 4 years we gave cars to the winners.
Yes.
Kingsway Manisha was a very good supporter of pageantry.
Yes.
Once you have a big sponsor in your pageant, that means due diligence has been done. So anybody who is below that would easily come without so many questions.
Right.
Now, what actually happened after years now, like I said, it's not done correctly. A sponsor want to feel the publicity they're going to get. So if the only place they get some publicity is during the event and during the audition online, then they would do that by themselves.
Right.
But when we went down to Siaya, we went down to Lamu, we went down to
grassroots.
To Kisii grassroots.
Yes.
I want to take my brand to the grassroots. So I want to associate with Miss Kenya. I want to associate with Miss Tourism and stuff like that. Our people are not ready to take time and work through to get this happen around the country. So that's one of the things that the main pageant organizers are not very keen about, and that again kills the morale for sponsors coming in.
Right.
Like you said, there's so many beauty pageants in Kenya today. You don't know which is which.
Yes.
Then that confuses the sponsor because he'll see 4 or 5 different pageants, almost the same names. So he's wondering which is the best one to go for.
Okay.
So there's that confusion.
I like that. So we're going to try and, in speaking of confusion, because, every campus, what campus were you in?
Kwach.
Okay. Did you guys have a Miss and Miss something?
Yeah, there used to be.
We would wear the habit and everything?
It was themed. Most of the times it used to be themed. So
it would be like that one. I'm sorry, not blasphemous. So was there ever a theme like, Father So-and-so and Sister Nani?
No.
No,
sometimes they used to do anything environment. So that you just make an attires out of maybe garbage, nini, just make it look good.
Garbage?
I don't know how to. I for the lack of a better word. Then.
Okay. Did you ever enter?
Bro, no, it's a lie.
You never entered a Mr. or Miss thing? No.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, they used to focus more on the entertainment part.
All right.
Making sure the sound is right.
All right.
The stage is set.
And you have history with Leaky as well.
Actually, I was introduced to him with Odera. Space, known as DJ Space.
Okay.
And Nijo.
All right.
I used to be the guys of kind of Moko, so learning a few things there when the pageants were there, setting up the DJ equipment, learning how things have been done.
All right.
And I actually can, like I told him, these guys need to be like full comeback like 100 and stuff like that.
Okay. So Leaky, because we're hanging out right now, and we asked you for songs that have basically got memories for you, brother. Yeah. And you gave us a list of how many? 5, 6? 5, 6?
Yeah.
And there's Rufus Chaka Khan, Ain't Nobody, Marvin Gaye, Sexual Healing, and Green, Let's Stay Together. Which one do you want to play first? And what memories does that song have for you, bro?
Marvin Gaye?
Yes. Sexual
Healing.
Okay. And where does that take you, brother? When you listen to that Marvin Gaye, which we're playing next, what's the story behind that particular song?
I went to school, to high school that mold what I do today, the Great High School. And one of the things that was actually the epitome of the school was drama.
Yes.
The guys were in the 90s and 2000s.
Right.
We represented Nairobi province at the drama festival, national, every year after year.
Wow.
Carnival was home. So people remember the Sunday Souls.
Sharp.
That song.
Okay.
Let's not talk about it.
Yeah. Shika tai. I like that. So you're an actor. Because drama festival, what were you
There's
doing?
drama festival, but there's dramatized dance.
Okay.
So Dago was very good in dramatized dance. Yes. So I remember the likes of KJ was part of. Yes. Because KJ was a year behind me in high school.
Okay.
Waire came in later on. And you can see all these artists. KJ ended up in Ridiculous. Ended up as a singer. And a number of them who came after us, like in Mdomo Baggy and stuff like that. Those were guys behind me.
Where is Baggy now, by the way?
Baggy works for the Prime Ministers.
Oh, okay.
He's one of the communication guys. Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
The Prime Minister's office. So somebody would say right now, Muda? No. Anyway, so we're going to play that Marvin Gaye Sexual Healing. If you've got any questions for Leaky Odera, what do you got to do, bruv?
Just dial the number 0719-012-600 Spice FMKE on both Facebook and Twitter.
All right, it's Transformational Thursday.
Jimmy Gato live.